Hello good people, my name is Ademba Allan. Hello good people, my name is Ademba. Hello good people, so right now I'm at Kenyan National Hospital.
Ademba ongea.
Hello.
Finally, BBC did it, and the video has attracted over 6 million. Here are some of the reactions from Kenyans. But before that, like this video.
Baby, fani sina, leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Only you baby, my only one.
We, si song ya Nyashinski tutakuwa tukisikia differently sasa. Only you baby, leo sina kitu, kesho nitabarikiwa. That song will hit different.
My name is Ademba Allan. I'm a journalist by profession, currently in school. On June 25th, for me it was just a normal day. I knew people would just be there, shout, Ruto must go. People are live streaming on their TikTok, on their Instagram. And now the media is here. These things are being live streamed on national TVs. That's when I realized that it was going to be serious.
Honorable members, do we put the question?
By the time voting begins,
Will as many as of that opinion say aye?
numbers have hit over 10,000 in central Nairobi.
Now the numbers start getting bigger and people actually start getting arrested. The police are everywhere. They're trying to push people back. People start confronting the police officers, not fighting them, but asking them, why are you arresting us? We are peacefully protesting.
Nikawa na swali. Wewe wa PhD anaweza keti afanya kazi kama hii? Kwanza nasikia sijui alikuwa amejipaka sijui ni jivu kwa uso. Paka hata masamadi. Ikifika time yako ya watu kujua uliua mtu, hiyo masamadi ina evaporate kama steam ya chai. No.
We saw this young man in the street a few moments ago. His name is Erickson Mutisia. He was wearing white overalls from his work as a butcher. He was 25 years old.
I saw Erickson Mutisia a few minutes before he died. He died on the spot right next to me. What did he do wrong? Did he pose any threat? Why is he dead?
The second casualty is the man in the purple hoodie. His name is David Chege, a 39-year-old software engineer who ran a Sunday school for children.
The kids were reading more, he's Sunday school student.
Mr. Speaker, there is no member who would rise on the floor of this house to support atrocities by any uniformed officer against our citizens. And in fact, we are not here to say whether the Kenya Army or the Kenya Defense Forces have done right or done wrong, because it is not in our place to judge them. And we understand, Mr. Speaker, even in media, that the BBC is funded by taxpayers' money in Britain, meaning that BBC is funded to push the foreign agenda of the British people internationally, Mr. Speaker. And so we must know, is BBC speaking as a mouthpiece of the government and the people of Britain? Or what is it that the BBC is doing? Could it be an attempt to untwist this country so that they can rescind on the rider that we put on their training of the Batuk units in Kenya, Mr. Speaker, and perpetuate a history of extractive economy, oppressive economy, and exploitative economy in a very unfair trade balance between Kenya and the UK. Mr. Speaker, even as we debate this matter, it is not lost to us that yes, there were unfavorable events that took place in the time and the lead up to the finance bill. But Mr. Speaker, that is not what we are debating. We would like to know for a fact whether what BBC is hearing is connected to the riders that this house put on the training of the British Army training units in Kenya, where we were requiring that any officer of the British Army, if they are found here in Kenya to have killed, to have maimed, to have raped, they should be tried here in the mother soil, as it would happen even for a Kenyan if they were found on, guilty of a criminal offense in the UK.
BBC Maandamano documentary, The Blood Parliament. I've had time to relook at it again and again and analyze it and analyze the motive. Why now? It is a good thing. But although they were below the expectation, like they had announced or advertised, like they were going to expose, but I realized there was some intention with the BBC. And what was the motive? What is the common denominator with BBC, with June Maandamano and Finance Bill 2024? I have always maintained that the June Maandamano last year came from somewhere, and some of us were fooled big time. The very same people who gave the finance bill, which was very draconian, are the very same people who sponsored the maandamano of, Gen Z against that finance bill. So why is the time, let's look at the timings. Why are they releasing that documentary right now? Could it be that they are preparing us emotionally and then continue handing William Ruto another draconian finance bill because someone somewhere want Ruto out through a bloodbath? Yes, I want William Ruto out. I want him gone. He's bad for this country. He should leave office. But he must go out, not through the blood of our young people who will be sent to the street again. Yes. There is one person that is a common denominator in all these things. Boniface Mwangi. Maandamano's face. Muzungu's face. Here documentary BBC, he's still in it. Guys, I am not ignorant of the fact that 1 + 1 = 2, and there is always the devil is always in the details. Yes. If they prepare another draconian finance bill 2025-2026 for William Ruto, with the kind of atmosphere they have created, they will outsit him through the ballot. But do we want our young people to die on the street? Do we want our young people to die on the street? Personally, I don't want the young people to be killed on the street. There is a better way of removing William Ruto without a bloodbath. So I believe it is good they exposed him, but the very same people, Wazungu, have a motive for us, this country. They don't do it because they love us. They didn't do that because they love Kenyans. No, these Muzungu want a bloodbath of the street to overthrow William Ruto. Yes, William Ruto has to go, but not through bloodbath. So you can see all the common denominators in Maandamano, in the finance bill, in the BBC. You do your calculations and check for yourself. You will see what we are saying is true. So yes, William Ruto must go, but not through a bloodbath of our young people. If he can go before 2027, the better. But through the bloodbath of our young people who will be sent to the street again, watu walileta finance bill. Na si mnajua mzungu anafanyanga kazi hivyo. Anakunini hapa, anakugongea hapa. William Ruto, if they have given you another finance bill that is similar to that of 2025, you will not survive it. You will not survive it this time around, and the casualties will be many, but you will go home. You need to go home, but not through a bloodbath, because losing young people on the street because of Wazungus, that one, no, napana. One person, one life is too precious for us to lose. Yes.
Even if BBC had it, it doesn't matter. We have to fix our own problems on our own. We don't have to wait for BBC to tell us there's something wrong. I have a problem with the title that they've given, but which is typical of any media house, because they want it to trend. And then want it to, And because of that, Mr. Speaker, they may have given it that title. But Mr. Speaker, we have not yet dealt with some of the issues. We have dealt with some, but one of the issues we have not dealt with is the trauma. Mr. Speaker, I said it when Honorable Elachi lost the son. Mr. Speaker, we have a very angry young generation in this country. And part of the anger is on the issues that we are seeing, Mr. Speaker. And we cannot bury our heads in the sand, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let Parliament take the lead. And let us find a way of helping these young people to heal. Because, Mr. Speaker, we don't know what may come in the next few months, next year, or whatever. And furthered by the fact that we have very many young people who are jobless, who are frustrated. And if these people, I don't know what their intention is. Their intention could be fuel more harm and whatever. I don't know what their intention is. But from the young people that have spoken, it has actually created more anger. We are taking them back to the path that they would rather not walk again. But they are walking it. and we don't know at what point somebody else will fuel it again. You can't stop the media. Somebody else will.
BBC documentary that was aired, is really, one-sided because they didn't have a view of the government. Obviously and sincerely, we really send our most sincere condolences to the families of those affected. And we have IPOA on the cases. They have already issued a statement of the 60 deaths that were recorded. About 22 cases have been finalized. And there is more information to this that we shall be releasing as well, so that then these issues are being taken care of. And also, if you look at even the whole documentary, they never spoke about the issue, even giving the president's speech ample time to be heard. They were very keen to show the other side of the story. And there are always at least two sides of a story, and there is also the government position on this issue. We've already reached out to BBC. It's good to say that very clearly on these issues, and we have already expressed our sentiments to them, and we will be communicating going forward as far as this matter is concerned.
Hata kama tutakuwa na mashindano ya siasa, hiyo ni kawaida. Tutakuwa na mashindano huko mwisho, na huko mashindano ya siasa ikifika, kila mtu atakuja na scorecard yake. Kama wewe ni MCA, ujipange na scorecard yako. Wewe mbunge, ujipange na scorecard yako. Mimi nitajipanga na scorecard yangu, si ndio? Gavana, wewe namna hiyo ujipange. Tuende tufanye hiyo mtihani, mwenye kupata anaendelea, mwenye kukosa anaenda kulima. Tunasonga mbele na Kenya. No problem. Si ndio? Tuendelee namna hiyo. So, lakini ya muhimu sasa ni how do we close ranks and work for the people who elected us and drive the development of our country.
Mandera, I sympathize with you people. Kama ndo akili yenye your member of parliament anatumia, mjue hata iwafanyia anything, he'll never do anything for his constituency. Eti people die all the time and people move on, and they have moved on. Na waka consolidate the country or whatever he said. This man anaongea ni kama it's not people's lives that were lost. Ni kama ni ngombe zilichinjwa na tuka move on. It's people who lost their lives. People lost their lives. Do you people understand that? And you're here comparing Kenya to Capitol Hill and the UK. You people, wacha nirudie tena in case hamkuelewa. You're the bottom of the food chain. You wield no real power. Kenya is a third world country, and you people need to come to terms with it. But our generation is going to change this narrative. You people are the bootlickers.
Guys, I've just finished watching that BBC documentary about the protest in Jordan. My God. Ushaika sirika, unasikia kulia.
My people, cheza na Wakenya at your own risk. Finally, the face of the KDF, mwenye aliua jenzi uko outside parliament, imekuwa revealed. Tell me what online DCI can ever do. Huyu ni baba ya nani? Huyu ni brother ya nani? Ama huyu ni mtoto wa nani? Mwenye yeye anafikiria there's no day he can bury their fellows. Because this is so ruthless. How can you go ahead and actually shoot someone who's actually at the street, harmless, trying to fight for their rights? And as we all know, KDF mnakuanga peacemakers. No. And these shenanigans should stop from the day mulianikwa enye ilikuwa jana by the BBC. If you cannot stop, God is watching and he will strike you terribly. Whoever is behind all the deaths of the Gen Zs, God is yet to strike you, and he will strike you mercilessly if you will not stop this. God is watching. Karma is real. Hamjakataliwa.
Sisi kama Wakenya tunamwaga damu sana. Watu wanakufa. Mnakumbuka wakati wa Gen Z, hata kumekuwa na ile documentary ambayo nasikia serikali imesema kwamba isionyeshwe ile ya BBC. Ni kwa sababu labda hii aibu ambayo watu wanaona nini kitaenda kuonyeshwa pale. Jana pia kumekuwa na mauaji huko Narok County, kule Transmara, ambapo watu karibu 5 wamepoteza maisha, na wamepoteza maisha kwa vyombo vya dola tu. Wamepigwa risasi na maafisa wetu wa usalama. Sisi tunaendelea kusisitiza kwamba maafisa wetu wa usalama, ile majukumu wamepewa ni kulinda mali na maisha ya Wakenya. haijalishi kama askari wako kwa danger gani, utagani kutumia lethal force. Na ikifika mahali umelazimika kupiga risasi, inasemekana kwamba piga risasi to immobilize, not to kill. Lakini ukipiga mtu risasi na kufe, kuna uwezekano umempiga kwa kichwa au umpiga risasi kwa mgongo. Hataki tuendelee kama na maisha katika hali kama hiyo. Isikuwe kwamba kuna uadui kati ya serikali na wananchi.
Helping those people who were shot and died on the street was really traumatic. And I can say that. But what you don't know is that the ones that were more traumatic were the ones, those who were shot but did not die, or those who were injured. What am I saying? There's this guy who was shot, bullet ilipitia somewhere across Illinois, like ilipitia too close to his kwa kichwa yake. Then close to the skull, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Close to the skull, na ikapasua tu kiasi, so like the brains were visible from a distance. And apparently this guy was brother to police officer. So if you watch those clips at 25th, there's that police officer who cried live on camera akisema that amequit kazi kama brother yake anaweza kuwa shot, but brother yake did not die. His brother did not die, hakudedi. So there were two police officers, to get me right, because I remember kulikuwa na another person who died mwenye brother yake alikuwa police officer. There were two police officers, mwenye alikuwa amelala chini akilia brother yake amekufa, that is a different one. But there's this one mwenye brother yake alipigwa risasi but hakukufa, ilipita tu kiasi. Yeye alikuwa anajua amekufa. So what I'm saying is, ni mimi I took that man's number, I unlocked his phone, his fingerprint, then I called. Nikajaribu kuangalia the numbers that I could call to tell the loved one or the parents that, okay, your son or your brother or your cousin or your uncle has been shot. And the first number I called, I thought was his girlfriend, but was not. I don't know who it belonged to. The guy dismissed me. And the next one I called belonged to his mom. Now imagine telling someone's mom that your son has been shot kwa demonstration. So alisikia tu patia mama kijana kama amepigwa risasi. And she never listened to the next thing that I said. So in her mind, she knew that her son was dead. And that's when everything started. Now calling different people, okay, come help ya nini, kijananga amekufa. You can feel the trauma or the pain that a parent goes through akisikia kijanaka amekufa. And funny thing, mimi sikusema kijana amekufa, just say kijanaka mpigwa risasi, but the next thing that I said, she never listened to it. Akaanza kupiga nduru, akasiji simu akapa wapi. Then after kitu kama 30 minutes when the son has been rushed to hospital, is when now calls started coming in, the uncles and everything. Now that's when his brother akapiga simu, akaniambia ni police and everything, where is his brother nini. Kambe brother kampeleka hospitali and things like that. But even the brother hakuwa anaelewa, just kupiga nduru. Akakuja hapo mbele ya parliament akapiga nduru and everything, akijua brother amekufa, until nilimwacha kamaliza na hizo pressure za press. Actually alikuwa kwa press. If you watch those clips, utanipata hapo kando yake. I was not, nilikuwa nimesimama hapo kando kiasi. The camera caught me, but sikuwa nataka that. Alikuwa analia that brother yake ameuliwa, but mimi ni mine kwa jua brother yake alive because niliona kipeleko hospitali, and I even had the phone ya brother yake kwa mfuko yangu. That's how he was able to get to me, because I had the phone kwa mfuko yangu. Maze, that was traumatic. I think you're getting the point. That was very traumatic. And okay, this story is long, but now nishafika 3 minutes. I'll come to tell you more.
A lot of reaction after the BBC released the documentary Bloody Parliament. So yeah, so a lot of people have raised concerns. Some saying some parts are too emotional. Some parts of this documentary are too emotional. For example, the part that Eric was singing, I don't know what watu wote waliuliwa without a weapon. As in, hawakuwa na weapon. They were all having a phone and a water, a bottle of water, but they were murdered. Mtu kama Eric, jovial person, no weapon, a phone and water, just about kutoka gate ya parliament hivi, alilengwa akashutiwa na mtu ambao BBC ili-identify kama ni mtu wa Kenya Defence Forces, mtu mwenye anafaa kutulinda sisi wananchi, mtu mwenye anafaa kutulinda wa Kenya, mtu whose role, whose mandate is to keep us safe from external attacks. Mtu anatupea usalama, mtu tunaamini, mtu ndugu alitugeuka, KDF walitugeuka, but KDF are yet to submit their statement about the same. They are yet to actually give their view on the same. They are about to give their statement, but kama ni KDF walifanya vinye tuliona, then we are alone. We don't have a country. We are alone. How could KDF turn against us? So you have seen the way our MPs in the parliament have discussed about this documentary. Some saying killing innocent Kenyans is normal. It happens somewhere. So killing is something normal. It should not raise concern. Should not gain attraction. It gained. So I don't know if killing citizens is normal. I don't know. I have no idea. But what happened in 25th June 2024, we never, hatutaweza sahau. We won't forget. Personally, I will never forget. Innocent souls. Akisi wangekuwa hata goons. Innocent souls. Yani mtu ai bana, hadi hapana. Hawakufanya poa. No, those guys, for example, these 3 guys, are you telling me that walikuwa goons surely? Najua any normal person mwenye ameona hii documentary, any normal person, mtu mwenye akona utu, akona huruma, amefeel it. Yeah, I know even this government led by kiongozi, I don't know, amewatch hii, familia yake wamewatch, watoto wake wamewatch. I don't know chenye kilipitia kwa roho yake. I don't know chenye alipitia kwa akili yake ama kwa akili ya familia, mke wake na kadhalika, familia zao. I don't know kama alipiga makofi. I don't know kama alisikia poa tuliwaweza. I don't know. I think personally there were other alternative ways of solving this. If Gen Zs had a mistake, kuwa, I don't think it's the best solution yenye wangefikiria at that time. But anyway, I don't know. Some people wameongelelea this documentary, wakasema ya kwamba BBC wakona njama fiche. The information might be true, but why at this time? Okay, watu wanapenda question vitu simple. Let's deal with the main thing. The information now is here. Is it true? Yes. Whether they have a different agenda, have a different motive about the same, but the information is true. Everything in the documentary happened. Those guys, we were on the street. You saw. Those are not the robots. Hizo si robots. Hiyo si AI generated images. Those are the really people. Au ni watu really. Watu waliuliwa, wakazikwa. Some of the funerals we attended. So whether they have a different motive about the whole documentary, the information is at home. We have seen. Abana. Anyway, ishafanyika. We should learn from the past. Then it will guide us so that when we make a decision about the future, we remember about the past. Tusirudie place tulitoka in 2024. Was it 2024? Yes, last year. Tusirudie place tulitoka. No. So emotional. But anyway, I don't know about tomorrow. I don't know. So only God knows. Hii serikali I don't know kama inatujali, but waliungana tu kutumaliza. I don't know. So tunyamaze tukinyanyaswa? I don't know. I have no idea. tukipigania haki yetu tunauliwa. So I have no idea tufanye nini, tulale, we don't know. Na hakuna mtu anapenda kwenda, hiyo ni kuriski, si hakuna mtu ajipendi, kila mtu anajipenda, anapenda maisha yake but anyway, yenye yalifanyika, we won't bring them back. Wenye walienda, wenye tulibaki, we don't know about tomorrow, but let's pray for this nation. Let's pray kwa viongozi washikwe na roho ya utu bana. Yani you kill vijana, youth, hawana hatia bana. The only mistake ni raise their voices. Remember, ni watu wako university, wengine wameona mandugu zao venye wako nje, hawana kazi, wanasumbua. Wengine wamemaliza chuo, hakuna kazi. They were just raising their voices so that the government will hear them. But to kill them, rest in peace wenye waliangamia. Rest in peace wenye walifanyiwa hivyo, wenye walikufa kwa that struggle. Bye.